Well, this is cool. See if the audio is any different with this. I'm using YouTube's own video encoder. Didn't even know this was here. I've been paying for a subscription for XSplit, which a long while back I was playing a bit of online games and trying to make videos out of it. Yeah, I'm just going to get my phone to find the stream. How do I do that? Welcome if you turn up while I'm looking at my phone trying to work out what I'm doing. Absolute rookie right here. One, sleeve customs. See what the audio is like. Wonder how much latency there is between me on the phone and me on the internet. That's pretty funny. Oh, it's going to go on forever. Stop. Oh, that's deadly. You don't want that crap going on. Oh, that's deadly. You don't want that crap going on. Ooh. Oh, that's deadly. You don't want that crap going on. Is the echo gone? Someone say something in the chat for me. Is the echo better or is it just a scrap? Back off of maximum mic volume. Where's YouTube? Keep talking more. This is painful. I was originally. This is crazy. If you're in the chat, let me know if you can hear it properly. I need to try and work out what I'm doing here. When I record for myself, it doesn't have this echo. Then by the time it hits the internet, for some reason, it's got this great big droney echo that just keeps echoing. We'll do a proper stream another day, but if someone watching can just tell me what the audio is like now and what the video is like, because the settings aren't the same. Liam Dean, I don't know how I got here. Not the worst thing in the world. It sounds okay, mate. Oh, that's cool. Were you in the subscription box or how did you get here? That's an interesting question. Are you a subscriber, mate? So hopefully it means that it actually you're sending it out to subscribers, because I saw my Tool Pro Sandblast review. Huh. I just brought this up. Yeah, fair enough. Cool. Yeah, so the Tool Pro stuff's cool. Awesome thing. Everything I've had that's Tool Pro, I can't really complain about. It's all awesome. Whether I bought it or whether Supercheap gave it to me doesn't really make any difference. If something's no good, I'll let you know that it's no good. The blasting cabinet was really good. I use that quite a bit. That's set up out the shed permanently. It's actually up on a panel stand. I've got to build a stand for it yet. I've got some angle on to do that. But yeah, well, that's kind of cool that you ended up here. Do you participate in streams often, or was it just lucky enough that you were watching the video just now and you ended up here? Because yeah, it's a bit different. We tried the shop vac. The Tool Pro one, no. I was going to ask for one from Supercheap as a part of the things we're doing, but haven't yet. Apparently they're noisy. They're noisy, but they suck really well. They're really powerful. Oh, I have used the really small one. There's one that's like tiny. The really small one is quite good. A bloke had one. I was doing a job fitting off a kitchen. Yeah, 10 litre. Yeah, really tiny. And was fitting off his kitchen, and he had it sitting there because he was doing a bit of a renovation at his house. So I grabbed her out and just had a bit of a clean up after cutting some hole saw holes in his cabinetry, and yeah, heaps and heaps of suck. It wasn't that loud, but yeah, what is this? Bit of a Q&A. How did you get here, Chains 808? I don't recognise the I don't recognise any of the viewer names. So you guys might just be getting targeted by YouTube to actually come and watch these videos. $39 at the moment. Yeah, it's worth $39. That's a definite. I never used it to suck up water, but yeah, it's got a decent filter in it, and it's got plenty of suck. For something you put in your van or like for work or cleaning up or whatever. Yeah, real cool. Yeah, so I'm just doing a bit of a test really again because I wanted to schedule a stream for a good time that I could get some people and have a bit of a yarn and kind of update people of what I've been up to and where I've been. I've been a little bit slower on producing videos lately. I normally try and get a couple a week out. Depends what I'm doing or whatever. I'm editing one over on the other computer just here. Oh, thanks, mate. That's awesome. How did you find me, Chains808? I'm editing a video on this other computer at the moment. Well, combining one to start editing, which is a big dig up job. I dug out a massive, great big shed slab for a mate with a 1.7 ton Colbeco excavator, and then leveled it and finished digging it out with a ASV PosiTrack. So that was kind of cool. I've got 3 or 4 hours of the of footage. I have a question for your ice cream or cake. For you, ice cream or cake? Ice cream. Why not? If you're going to ask questions, I'll answer them. Ice cream. Yeah, the so that's rendering and that kind of stuff. Can you do a full air compressor bid? And it was YouTube recommend. What would you like to see? I have got a Stanley 190 litre. Yes, super cheap auto air compressors are good. Thursday night, I made a bit of an update video on the second channel. There's an automotive channel, and generally, if you're watching the video, at the end of the video, you'll see some subscribe buttons. Oh, Pokey's back. Hey, mate. There's some subscribe buttons at the end, and one's the logo, the green and black flames kind of logo, and the other one will be down the bottom, which is the back tailgate of a Cobra stripe looking. Oh, you want to see a video of my full air setup? Definitely, I can do that. Thank you for the video idea. Let me get a bit of paper. Let's start writing a list. Some kind of drawing device. Let's make a list of stuff that you'd like to see me make videos about, so then we can keep on making them on stuff you're interested in. So, air setup. It's comprised of a few different things, my air setup. I run 2 325 litre tanks for my air out of hot water. Yep. The best thing about hot water cylinder tanks, if you can get one that's not burst but is like in okay nick still, they've got relief valves in them, and the relief valves are set at like 1,000 or 1,400 kPa. So they're a pressure vessel that's cheap, if not free, with a relief valve that's sized to suit the vessel. So they're safe. Take it easy. Thanks, Liam. yeah, super cheap autos compressors are sick. I spent 3 or 4 hours pretty much constantly running the belt drive one out at my shed the other night. It was charging the big cylinders. It's flawless. Doesn't even get hot. It doesn't make bugger or moisture. It's quite good in that respect, actually. Let me go to my second channel. I'll just grab and use a video link. Any other ideas? Let me know. These are video ideas. This is what I'm going to write down as a part of this stream. But I made a video as a comparison between. There's the belt drive. Oh no, it's not on the second channel. I've got a video here of the belt drive compressor charging. Where's that? There. Copy. Where's the stream? There. There's a video of the belt drive compressor charging up. My scrap metal in my yard's almost given away worth some scrap. Yes, got tons of insulation on them. They're classed as light steel normally, so they're going the same crap as cars. They're not really worth anything. You do a video on the conversion of tanks? Yeah, man, certainly can. I will just find you a link to my comparison. If you've got the money to buy the Stanley belt drive, I do actually probably recommend that over the 155 litre Blackridge one. It's just faster, and I've owned mine since 2010. So like you've seen some of my videos. I do a lot of air tool work. Yeah, and it's still kicking since 2010. And at the scrapyard I have spent some time at, we did used to use one on a plasma cutter, decent sized plasma cutter. So don't be shy in that respect. They are quite a good compressor. There's a long-term review there. That one there is the one I want. The direct comparison. Mute that so it doesn't scare the crap out of everyone. Where are we? Copy link. Copy. Paste. You've got the 155. How long have you had it for? Do you use it much? Does it run well? General questions. It's a bit hot on the head. Can you touch it? I wouldn't call it hot until it's over 100 degrees. If the paint's still on it, don't worry about it. That's not hot. There's a reason they don't paint the heads on the belt on the direct drive ones, because they melt the paint off. I was just using 2 of them to spray paint and fairly small compressor held together enough. Yeah, no, they go for a long time. I didn't use my belt drive for a long time. The Stanley one, I didn't really have any need for it for a while there. I just was using small ones and I was just coping. I was only doing little bits and pieces. But now out in the workshop, as you'll see on the second channel, it's necessary. I'm using things that you wouldn't think use that much air. Right angle die grinders, they eat it, absolutely eat it. And orbital sanders, they go through it as well. I am looking at doing some videos soon with the couple of really big air tools I've got. I'm looking at finding some hose to actually run them, but I actually have an air-powered 9-inch grinder, and I have an air-powered 6-inch grinder polisher sander thing, like a inline one, like they're like a world prep grinder, which I want to run. They're things that aren't going to run for long. They're going to be, the 9-inch is going to be like cut something off. It's actually only made to cut. It's not designed to do anything other than cut. And the 4-inch air angle grinder, I use mine all the time. What do you mainly do with your belt drive, mate. I've got two. I've actually got two of the belt drives from Supercheap. One of them, me and a mate bought 4 years ago now to do up a car for a bloke. That ended up falling through. We didn't end up finishing it. We got all the floor and stuff done in it. And then it went into my mate's workshop and we prepped a ute with it. And then it sat around and did nothing for a while. And then it went out to my workshop and spent 2 years at the workshop. And that was the only air source. That was just that one of those hot water cylinders like you see in the videos. I later got another one. And then I actually got a third one recently, but my old man's borrowed that for solar hot water system. I thought it was a bit excessive having an extra one. That's getting pretty crazy. But all the work I've done on stuff out in the shed previously, it's been done with the bigger 155 litre belt drive from Supercheap. Then Supercheap gave me the one to review, and that's been in service ever since. I've retired the old one that sits beside it. They're up the back of the shed in I made a shelf out of pellets, and they live up under the shelf made out of pellets. They're really good pellets to make shelves because they're like a metre by metre, or 1200, whatever, metre by metre-ish. And nice and solid, so you shoot them together with a nail gun, that kind of thing. The Stanley compressor has done all manner of horrible things that it shouldn't have had to do. Spent hours and hours on end running continuously. There's two schools of thought with running a compressor continuously. Sometimes running one continuously in the way that the belt drive isn't real great. Some of them don't like running continuously, it'll cook them. Some of them are made so that they've got enough airflow that they'll get to a certain temperature and just pretty much stay there, so they don't actually get any hotter, which is awesome. Direct drives are horrible in general. If you're going to go a direct drive, don't use it 24 hours a day kind of thing, and spend the money on a belt drive and get one that's slow RPM, cast iron bores, that kind of thing if you can. The Supercheap ones are awesome value for money, especially when they're on sale. They come with hoses and things like that for like $300 and something. Can you video that? Yes, can do. More compressed air videos. Are you subscribed to my second channel, Chains 808? Had a Ryobi air compressor. I've never tried a Ryobi one. Are they any good? Did you just have a direct drive Ryobi one? I did look at getting the upright one for running nail guns and things like that. Probably be all right. But yeah, there's a big difference between any air tool and a nail tool, like a nailer or a framing gun or whatever. I love the framing gun. My favourite compressor that Supercheap actually have is my little inflator one. I don't know if you've seen the videos on that little 40-litre oil-free inflator. It purrs like a kitten. It runs on my solar inverter. It's absolutely tiny. It runs the framing gun and will almost keep up with like bang, bang, bang on the framing gun. On a brad nailer, flawless. It will just continually keep up and just keep shooting. Coil nailer, almost the same. So wicked little thing. Charges up in no time, cycles, turns on and off. Sweet, weighs nothing. I blew the first one I had up. It shit a bearing in the back of the motor. Took it to Supercheap. They gave me the new one. No questions asked. They sent it away for warranty check. Make sure that it hadn't been abused, which it hadn't. And then rang me up and said, come get the new one. So my warranty service with them was pretty awesome as well. No, they are not for turning tools, but a nail gun would be great for it. Definitely. the little beast is just awesome. Dad's got one that I bought originally when they first came out. They were like $220 when they first came out. They're expensive as because they're oil free, kind of a new thing. Bought one for the old man. He just uses it flat out. It still gets used all the time. He's put another air cleaner on it, smashed it off. Put another pressure switch on it, that's been broken and smashed off. I actually want to do a comparison video list. A comparison video in charge up time from empty between the two. BRI 40 new V old pump up test. Ryobi is cheaper than that. Yeah, because Ryobi's got Bunnings, their stuff is cheap, which is awesome. Because Bunnings is great because you can turn up and just go and buy stuff at 9 o'clock at night when you want home from work. Charge up time on my system would be good. Day-to-day operation of my system on my air setup. Okay. Day-to-day air system. We need to definitely talk about the air system out the shed. As Bodie, who's just commented, Rehow. Yeah, I know, mate. Rocking the Rehow shirt. I wish we still used it. He was out there the other night with me with the belt drive, and it's not even annoying. Like, it's not even that loud. It's annoying. I do have a decibel meter now. Video idea. Decibel meter. And can you use Air Tools more? I do more videos on the automotive stuff over on the automotive channel. But yes, I will just in general do more videos about compressed air stuff. Decibel meter. It's the reason I asked Banggood to send it to me for free, because I wanted a decibel meter to be able to test stuff that I wanted to review. It's all well and good to have like a 155 litre belt drive and then have a what do you call it, direct drive next to it and go, oh, the direct drive's faster. If the direct drive's 20 decibels more, would you buy it? I wouldn't. Decibel meter versus all my compressors. Comps. All right, give us a video idea, Bodie. We were talking about this at work the other day. Can you use Air Tools more? My favourite thing about Air Tools is you don't have to carry the power source that actually powers them around. So you think of like a die grinder. If you're going to use an electric die grinder, you've still got a cord going to it, and it's got the motor that produces the power. Like, the energy's got to be converted in that handpiece. Whereas if you get a die grinder that runs on air, they get cool in your hand rather than hot. There's no electrical risk. There's no, like, they can get wet, that kind of things. Bunnings have a new belt drive air compressor. I really wish someone from Bunnings would contact me about working with them, and not even just giving me free stuff, even if they just gave me a discount or loaned me things to review. Problem is, Bunnings is aimed at the DIY market and not so much the professional market. Like, what I do in the shed obviously isn't my professional job. I'm a plumber by trade. 9 amp, 12 volt Milwaukee battery build. Custom Milwaukee batteries. Yeah, I'm a plumber by trade, hence the Reese beanie and the Rehouse shirt, which is just your average Saturday get up, obviously. Custom bat build. See, I have a million ideas on what I want to do for videos all the time, but the problem is, like, executing some of them, because you get so busy working with people, doing things like that, and Yeah, you just run out of time. Electric buggies and dirt bikes. That's exactly what I want to play with. Lots and lots of electric conversions. I do have... You're wearing your own shirt as well. I do need to work on merch. Would anyone be interested in buying merch? Even if you're not in the stream and you're watching this later or whatever, if you're interested in buying merch, that'd be awesome. I'll get some sick designs happening. It will support the channel, help me build more stuff. How'd you get it? Oh, the 9-inch air angle grinder. Where'd you get it? It is an Atlas Copco one, and I believe it was at a garage sale. Someone was selling some gear off. They probably got it from work or something like that. So it was an Atlas Copco. I'd buy merch, shirts, jumpers, undies, fucking undies. Phone cases. Phone case is a good idea. Stubby holders. Electric conversions. Merch. Yeah, bloke was getting rid of a bunch of air gear. He was a fitter and turner, and he got rid of I got an Atlas Copco 9-inch chop saw. Brandings would be a great start. Yeah, damn, it's cold. Atlas Copco 9-inch cut-off saw. What was a Chicago pneumatic. Chicago pneumatic 9-inch grinding tool. A die grinder, which I think was Chicago as well. I've still got that out of the shed. I put a polishing wheel in it. I think it's in one of my aluminium wheel polishing videos somewhere. That just stays with the polishing wheel, and it's plastic overmolded and really nice to hold. Really good piece of gear. I don't normally have a use for 9-inch grinders, but with a few things that I want to build into the future, I'm going to need to use 9-inch grinders more, or the chop saws more. I don't like putting in videos how I use the chop saw sometimes, because if I'm cutting something off, I'm quite happy to strap the chop saw to it by doing the chop saw up on the bit of steel, then just running a quick strap over the top and running the chop saw through. Kind of a little bit dodgy, but not really dodgy. You know, that's what happens. We made a video of the grinder. I don't think I've made a video of the 9-inch grinder. No, I don't think it's ever made a feature. I made a video of the. Did I make one? Might have done a couple of years ago. Yep, I did. The petrol-powered steel ones made a few appearances. Kind of a little dodgy. It is a little dodgy. I just don't want to. It's not the worst thing in the world, but you don't want to show everyone in the world, what you're doing. Things like that. Next question. Flip to electronic stuff for a sec. We've done way worse. Oh shit, yeah, we've done worse. The things you can cut with a plasma cutter that's made to cut like 30 mil. It's just disgraceful. I remember cutting these triangular sections that were like, you'd struggle to get your hand around them in these crusher jaws with a plasma that was meant to cut 30 mil, and only Severance cut 30 mil. It was like 100 mil at the widest section. You still cut it. You can just absolutely shred it with a BOC 100 amp plasma cutter, which is still alive, mind you, Pokey. I don't know if you knew that. It still goes. So yeah. Air 9-inch. What would you like to see me cut with the Air 9-inch? Everything? Just slaughter some stuff? Should we do a bit of a giveaway? I've got a few bits and pieces that have been sent to me from Banggood.com, which I've tested and used. And yes, chains, the shop truck. That needs to happen because I need that vehicle done. I don't know if you've seen, I'm doing up a VF Mark II Falcon Ute, which is literally behind me at the window there. I really want to make a service vehicle. I don't know, custom toolboxes, an air compressor on board, a genset on board, welder and plasma can be chucked on. I've got a petrol pressure jet pump. I've got what else have I got? Got a heap of bits and pieces that I would really like to fire up on the back of it and use. There's a bunch of stuff I want to use. What's going on here? Events. Live now, live control room. Why is this so laggy? Stream health is good. Then you watch it, it's laggy as hell. Top chat. No, live chat. Yes, the Toyota truck, mate. I went to the... I don't know if it's the internet or the encoder struggling. It is just using YouTube's built-in one, which I think I like better. Yes, the Toyota Dyna. That has to be done because I need it. It's going to be a handy little vehicle. I want to have the ability to put 1,000 litres of water on the back of it and run the Hydro Blaster. Fuck, Hydro Blaster. Where I was going with the story, I've got a commercial grade high volume petrol pressure blaster pump, like 4 or 5,000 psi. Needs 11 to 13 horsepower motor to run it. I've got a pump that's in really good nick, but the motor threw a rod, and I pulled the pump off, but I don't think I've made a video about it yet. So that's something that I want to actually mount to a motor and put on the Dyna. We've got to cut the tray off and finish doing that kind of stuff. So there's a big list of things that need to happen out in the shed to get to this stage. We've got to get rid of finish the panel van so the customer's happy and get rid of that. Get the XC out there because I want XC. Put that on the list. Get the XC out there and start working on that. Because it's just going to rust away if I don't start doing stuff to it. Hydro Blaster XC. Once the panel van's gone and the BF's on the road and I'm driving it, the Dyna and the XC can go out to my shed. Then I've got time and space, I guess, to work on it. The Dyna goes well. I already sorted all of that kind of stuff out. There wasn't anything majorly wrong with it. Realistically, give it a service, get a throttle cable made that needs a throttle cable. Yeah, and you're basically ready to rumble. The Dyna's a good little thing. It's actually a 5-speed one. So it's not the slowest little truck in the world. And it's petrol. I don't know if the petrol is a pro or a con. Pro because it's cheap and easy to work on. Whereas if a diesel dies, it's a bit more effort, but yeah, you know what I mean. I probably shouldn't have that open in 2 places. Variable resolution stream. they shouldn't have this much of a this one. They shouldn't have this many analytics live for you because you get caught up in looking at them. Yeah, right. I'm out of that. Back to what I was doing. Yeah, so that's a bit of a list of to-dos. I've got a microphone that I, thanks to a couple of mates, now know how to actually use. It's a noise cancelling microphone, and I had it facing away from me. Feel pretty stupid about that one. That was pretty dumb. But now I know that it's a noise cancelling mic, and it should be facing you so that it listens to you and cancels out the background noise. I was there in the video editing software, bumping the volume of the audio up by like 20 decibels to try and actually make a video you could even hear. So that, felt freaking real dumb. Thank you, Pokey, for correcting the idiot over here trying to make videos with a noise cancelling mic facing the wrong way. Good mic now that I know how to use it. I actually made a video the other night in the shed with it, with the compressor going in the background, and hear me clear as day. We may even try and use that mic next time I do a live stream because the laptop's just there, and that up facing me might be quite good. I don't have any of the cryptocurrency mining hardware anymore. I sold all the graphics cards off for no less than what I paid for any of them, sadly. That's a win. So I've literally got a very bare bones shelf there. It's got all these, we call them PCIe Express risers. PCI Express risers, whatever. I think there's 5 of them up there with no GPUs in them. There's just one GPU in the actual board. I kept the best one that I had at the time. And I actually need to reconfigure the power setup as well because I've got a 1,000 or 1,200 watt server power supply and a 800 watt power supply for the motherboard that are just like they're doing nothing now. They're only running the motherboard, 2 little hard drives, and one's an SSD. So yeah, that needs sorting out. Need to blow all the dust out of the remaining stuff. All right. What else we got? Got to finish Pokey's battery. I've got all the fuses for that now. Don't know if I mentioned that yet. I've got 800 plus axial glass fuses to solder, which is going to be intense. I bought a Milwaukee soldering iron. I just recently got a Milwaukee grease gun, which is really cool. What else is new? Been processing 18650s like crazy. Got a fella in a local area that wants to buy some off me. I've got a sort out for him. He's building his own little Powerwall and he wants to buy 300 18650s off me, which is wicked. So that's cool. I need 180 INR 18650 20R Samsungs to finish Pokey's battery. Sounds like a lot, but I've already managed to process 600, which is cool. What else is new? Did you see the ToolPro torque adapter? Little video I made for Supercheap, guys. This is a digital torque meter. Put your brake bar on that side. Put your socket on that side, which comes with adapters. And it gives you a digital torque readout. You can have it beep at you when you get to a certain torque. You can have it just register a peak torque. So when you're just undoing something, you want to, just for interest's sake, want to know what it breaks away at. What was the air compressor in the air grinder video? The Ryobi air grinder or the big air grinder? Yeah, that's a cool thing because it comes with adapters, so you can do everything, which you did 2 years ago. If it's that massive big belt drive thing, let me just go and have a look. 2 years ago, that was a lot of videos ago. Sorry. My memory's nowhere near that good. You may only see 600 or 700-ish videos up on the channel, but there's like a lot of unfinished, a lot of starts that haven't been finished off yet. Things like that on the channel that need to be edited. So I need to get better at editing because I need to sort out a lot of these things. And there's a lot of footage that I've taken of me doing things over time. The XC is one of them. I've got heaps of footage I haven't released on that, and I really need to get stuck into. Search videos. Let's go grinder. If I can find. Go grinder first. There's a row, everyone. I did do a video about it. You are very, very, very correct. Bloody hell, March back then. There she is with the big shear line fittings. Yes. What was I running it on? Aha. Yes, I do still have that big beast. That's, I'm just looking at the video still now. That's my old Dyna as well. That big 4-piston sucker up there. I still have that pump. I think we're going to have to do something with the outlet with one of those intercoolers, the big side panel things. That's it. They're actually intercoolers, and they chill the air temp out so that when the beast is pumping along, it can get rid of some of the moisture and things like that. Did I only talk about the Atlas Copco, or did I actually use it? No, actually, I think I actually fired it up. The way the Atlas Copco 9-inch grinder works is absolutely amazing. The valve regulation that keeps the RPM at a set point is just awesome. It revs up and then gets to a set point and just sits there. Just so cool. That is a 300-litre compressor that had 2 4-piston, I think they were 22 CFM pumps. Picked it up at the scrapyard for weight value. I do still have the compressor body. I'll try and fix the pump and get it working because, yes, will be very cool to have still. The biggest issue with the bloody thing, do I have a video of it running? I think I do. Huh, look at the crap coming out of the grinder. The biggest problem with the thing is the power consumption to try and get it to spin. That's why I had to give up on having it where it was at my old property. It's just been sitting under a tree here. Electric motor got scrapped because it was stuffed. Had no cooling and it was no good. Ooh, 12.2 volts. That's awesome. No, good job, man. That battery was obviously weak. Go and scrap it, and hopefully you get by with what you've got until I get this big beast put in there. Can't wait for you to come down and we'll make some videos of putting it together. Make it petrol. Damn good idea. I like that. Yep. 20 horsepower Honda. It had 2 7.7 kilowatt electric motors. There was 2 of those on that big compressor frame, one on each side. 2 of them, 2 7.7 kilowatt 3-phase motors, which were beasts. We scrapped them. Well, I left them at the scrapyard it came from, and then we first motor I put on there was a 4 kilowatt electric plug-in. That was all right, but I kept melting the short lead that I put on it, melting the plugs, just getting too hot. Just too much power. was all right when it first started up and it wasn't building pressure too much, but its cutoff point was like 140 pound or something crazy, and it'd just fry the leads. It just get once it got up to that high pressure, it was just yeah, way too much power. Now, knowing what I know about VFDs, variable frequency drives, make a series on fix again. Yeah, that's a good idea. Out at my shed now, I'd probably put it out there. How's your Milwaukee grinder going? Which one? The one that smells like cow poo that I fixed, or the brand new one that was dragging? Man, 9170. Yeah, a series on getting that big compressor going again would be awesome. I actually want to make a series on silent compressors, brand new. Yeah, it actually freed up. The brand new one freed up and stopped making so much noise and dragging. It stopped dragging and stopped being slow. I really don't know why. We had already talked to the person we bought it off, the supplier we bought it off, and a few people in that video commented saying that they're a bit tight and new normally. I don't know why. I'd assume someone like Milwaukee would have when they're assembled, they'd have a run. Station 240. Hello, mate. It's been a while since I've done a stream. I do chat to you quite a bit normally on the stream. What's going on here? People tagging me. I do chat to you a bit on the videos on the normal kind of thing. Where was I going? Milwaukee brand new Milwaukee grinder that was really slow and dragging. A lot of people said that theirs was tight and it calmed down. I don't remember my original one being tight and really slow. The supply place actually ordered one in ready to go just in case we were going to bring it back for warranty. But it actually hasn't failed, so it's all good. I did actually fix an old, that's called a HD CAG, called Sanger grinder, something like that. One of the original brushed ones, which is now out in my g'day Peter from Perth, Tasmania, or Perth, Western Australia, mate. We've got a Perth down here in Tasmania, and that confuses some people. Yeah, the original old brushed one. I made it up out of two that were in a bin, basically. Write it down on the piece of paper. 300 litre compressor bit. Keep on to me. Look, the video ideas, they're going down. Western Australia. Cool. 300 litre. The 300 litre compressor ran an entire salmon processing factory. How do I get in the Cool Kids Club? Go to my Patreon. Nah, joking. You don't have to. I'm not begging for money. I make money at work. That's cool. I just make videos for fun. I'd love to do this full time, but YouTube's revenue is not actually there. A lot of YouTube creators go out there and just do it for money. Unless you're getting a couple million views a week, there's no point. You're not going to do it for money. I do it for the community in the sense that, one, I like making videos. Two, a lot of the videos I make are asking people questions. Sub to me, show. When you type sub to me, it actually come up and tried to flag it automatically, but you can definitely be sub to. I'll allow that to go through. Sorry. I ask lots of questions when I make videos. I'll build something, pull something apart, something will fail. I'll be like, hey, why did this fail? And the community will go, hey, that resistor there, that looks like it's burnt. Did you see that? And I've fixed stuff because I haven't seen something that someone's managed to pick up in a video, or they've fixed one before or whatever. How much better can you go at actually connecting people? Like, I've got 2,700-ish subscribers now, which the curves, it's growing pretty rapidly. If you're not subscribed, subscribe, because there's a list of just some of the video ideas coming. A lot of to do with compressed air. I don't know which channel I'll put them on. I'll probably come up on this one. I need 1,000 subscribers over on the other one before it's monetized again. It's getting killer view time, like failures of the learning curve. Hell yeah, Peter, you are exactly right. Learning from mistakes, learning from people calling me out and saying, you can't solder something like that because it's got mechanical stresses, it'll break, is how I learn. I'm a plumber by trade. All the electronic stuff you see me do is a bit of a base knowledge from when I was at school and a bit of a applied knowledge from just doing stuff. I've got bugger all knowledge about computers aside from putting some hardware together. But the knowledge that I build is just growing and growing from the people that I talk to, which is awesome. 300 comp tank. Rebuild. I also have a smaller Australian-made compressor, a Cash one, I think. I think it was a Cash branded one, made in Melbourne or Sydney or somewhere in good old Australia, back when we used to make stuff. That I could put on the other side of that big compressor, so I could run one or the other if I didn't need stupid amounts of air. We could put both on there. So I might drag that out the shed, find a spot to put it, probably next to the big air tanks in the corner where the fridge is now. Get rid of the fridge. We'll put that somewhere else. I'm a pilot in electronics. Went to night school. I really wish I could do something like that here, where I am in Tasmania. Not so much a thing. I wanted to get some welding qualifications. That's one of the only things that I could do night school, and then they pulled it up here. So I'm in the north of Tasmania, and it's a bit too quiet. I'd love to add to the qualification list and learn. And this is why I'm spending more and more time trying to engage with the community now. Just because the more I engage with my subscribers, the more I learn, the more everyone has a chance to learn, because look, this is what we're doing. We're building a community of like-minded people. There's quite a large number of like-minded people over on the Second Life Storage website. My mate Peter, that's his. He runs that beast. He has been instrumental in making. Yeah, it is cold. It's freaking cold. It's like 6 degrees outside. Peter's been instrumental in making the 18650 and do-it-yourself kind of Powerwall thing a big thing. So if you're interested in the electronic part of that, go over there and have a look at that, because people all over the world doing the same thing. It's just a community getting built, and that's a cool thing. And not everyone likes. Yeah, I think Peter's channel. Good idea. Anyone that I'm talking about is also in my recommended channels thing on my YouTube bio. So if you're looking at this later and you can't see that, that's Peter's YouTube channel. And he does all of the cool stuff with the 18650s computers. He's using his computer to mine. He's using computers to mine cryptocurrency. With the excess solar that he doesn't store in his batteries. So say his batteries get charged, he just uses the excess electricity to fill up to run on in the cryptocurrency miner to make him money. So that's awesome. This is another one. This is mate of mine, Clinton, that I'm building the battery for. This is his YouTube channel. Go over there and subscribe to him. He's traveling Australia, living the dream, the sneaky bugger. Calls himself a not so grey nomad because he's not old enough to have grey hair yet, but he's living the dream by traveling around Australia, which is wicked to see. When you go over there and sub to him, tell him I sent you. He can owe me some subscribers. As that's him. That giant great big battery that you'll see some of the build videos on, it's going in his camper van. Because what he does is edit videos, plays with drones, shoots video ads for websites and things like that. Pretty good stuff. Who else we got in my list? DIY Tech and Repairs, AVE, BigClive.com. Average Joe's another one. Average Joe is one I'd go and search for. He's awesome, just like-minded. He's in America, very like-minded individual, loves playing with stuff. Just, yeah. Yeah. Anyone got some questions? Fire some questions or some video ideas, stuff you'd like to see me do. Thinking about having some more time off work to shoot videos or edit. Well, I can edit it at night time when everyone's gone to bed and I've got time to do so. But thinking of adventuring up to Solar Tasmania more often. My mate Matt over there owns that. There's a few videos with the Victron stuff. You want to see all the air compressor stuff. Done deal. Air compressor ideas are all on the list. So Solar Tasmania is awesome. I get to go up there and play with all this stuff and unbox stuff up there. There goes things on the battery building. I've got I need 180 more INR 18650 20R, the green Samsung cells, 240. I need 180 more of those. And then it's go time. I believe Pokey's ordered some cell frames for us. I've got the fuses. We just got to build bus bars and then go for it. Currently looking for some Perspex locally, and it's someone with a water jet cutter or laser cutter, either way. Or I'll cut it. Perspex, probably about 10 mil thick to make end plates for the battery modules. They're going to be all individual and then connected with probably the big version of the XT60. Has he got a YouTube channel, the Tassie thing? Which one, mate? Has he got a YouTube channel, the Tassie thing? Not 100% sure what you mean. I've been playing with all kinds of small little packs, playing with cheap BMSs. I'm thinking I'll either go the Electro Dacus BMS or I'm looking at Victron stuffs with Taz Solar. Sorry, Jones. Yep. He doesn't have a YouTube channel. I'm going to shoot some videos for him, and then he's probably going to start his own at some stage. He has got a website, and he has got a Facebook page. I will link you a video. 2 seconds. Where are we going? Where's the big one? Let me just find you the video of the 8 kVA system he built, which is a Victron Quattro 8 kVA. It's just a bit of an off-the-cuff video that we did, explaining on something that he'd made for a customer, a complete prefabricated board. and some of his details are in the top of the video description. Like with most people I do any work with, I'll always give them a shout out because I'm not greedy. I like to share the viewers around. I get 6,000 or 8,000 views every 48 hours on the channel. There's a few videos that go gangbusters by themselves. I don't do anything to keep them going. Answer questions when I've got time. I'll always read your comments, and at a minimum, you'll get a thumbs up for them or some kind of interaction. I understand YouTube works on interaction, and that's what we do. It's not financially viable for me to not work. So I've got to go to work, which takes a huge chunk out of my day. When I could be making videos or finishing projects, things like that. Realistically, I've got a young family, so I don't have a huge pile of spare time to make videos, but I do make a lot of videos. I've only been doing this bit over 2.5 years, 3 years in August or something like that, since the first published video to do this went up. But yeah, if the second channel gets monetized again, because they pulled monetization on channel number 2 about 2 or 3 months ago. They had like a big adpocalypse, and they decided that they'd get rid of all the crappy small channels that didn't have a certain amount of watch time and view time. G'day, Brent. They pulled the monetization on that channel. The channel was making about $50 to $60 a month, so it was only really minuscule for the amount of hours that you put into it. If you worked it out on an hourly rate, you don't work those kind of numbers out. It'd upset you. And like I say, it's more about getting projects out there and showing people what you're up to than anything else. But the ad revenue allows me to buy things or fund projects faster, if that makes sense. Nothing I do on YouTube's ever going to become that much of a cost positive that I'm making money, but I'll be doing some cool stuff and shooting some cool video and buying some better video gear and being able to invest my time into learning how to edit things because I'm shit at it. There's no sugarcoating. Horrible at it. What else? The bit of YouTube revenue you get every month from the main channel makes a bit of a difference, but by the time you cover the cost of awesome computer equipment like this MSI laptop I've got, which is a beast, internet connections, phones, things like that, cameras, memory cards that just shit themselves after you finish videoing for the day, that's great. Subscriptions, you don't make money. You've got to be shooting millions of views a day to make money. But like I said, we're not here to get rich. We're here to engage in community and have a play. YouTube are re-enabling monetization in order of ad income, so small channels have to have a really long wait. Yeah, I've got the view time. The small channel's got lots of view time, but I need subscribers. All I need's 780 subscribers, something like that. Once I get over that 1,000 subscribers threshold, it can be remonetized, not an issue. When they emailed me saying they were demonetizing it, they basically said that it was close still. But yeah, I still need the subscribers. Subscribers sadly don't actually relate to how many views you get on a video. There's tons and tons of inactive subscribers you'll never hear from, never see, probably never watch your videos. They click subscribe and then they don't get on YouTube for 3 months at a time. And that's, some people think subscribers are the be all and end all. Once I'm over 1,000 on the other channel, I really don't care. I'm not driven to try and make subscribers jump on. But yeah, that's the be all and end all. Is once that channel's remonetized, all the automotive style projects that I'm trying not to spend all of my own money on funding and getting going, get a boost and they start happening quicker. That's the long and short of it. These people have Patreon pages. I've got one. I've got 2 Patreons that I've had for a while. I don't push it on people. I'm not here for handouts. I'll gladly run around and make videos. You give me a thumbs up on the video, it's happy days. It helps with engagement. Comment on it. Just say, good video. Doesn't matter what it is. Or ask a question. You'll get a reply. Everyone learns something. Away we go. So yeah, it is in the pipeline that it will get remonetized, but gaining subscribers is the slow part. If everyone watched a video on my main channel, I'd only need 1/3 of the people that watched it to subscribe, and we'd be over the threshold. So yeah, if you're not subscribed to the second channel, go and do that for me. That'd be sick. You don't have to watch everything that's on there. Some of the automotive stuff doesn't excite anyone, and that's why I separated them. There was this time when I went to a drag racing event and I released a ton of videos of burnouts over the space of a week. And over the space of a week, I'd been gaining subscribers like really constantly till there. And then it dropped off by about 150 when I only had like 700 subscribers. And I went, A few people commented like, we don't really care about all your car videos. And I thought, it's time to split it up. So I did. How's the ute going? I've got a couple. The XC going nowhere. Haven't done anything to it. The BF2 is physically right out there behind me. I have had a good look at where the damage is, where the bends are, all that kind of stuff. Identified where I've got to get rid of spot welds. I'm going to hook the engine crane up to it with a big soft strap and just try and pull out and up to get the one under the driver's side headlight to straighten. If I can get that to straighten, it's only a matter of unstitching the Rio bar and we'll be right. Catch you later, Chains. Thanks for watching. Can confirm that I've had replies to all my comments. Yeah, I might not get you straight away, but as soon as I see the comments, I will, at least give you a thumbs up to let you know that received loud and clear. Thanks for all the comments, Chains. I appreciate it. Hopefully, I can do another stream that's a bit more interesting and we can start ticking off the list of air-powered stuff that you want to see. I've rambled for long enough to drive you all silly. Thank you very much for watching. We will have to schedule a stream. So if you're in Australia, drop in the comments even after the video, or it's a bit hard. Tell me where you are in the comments and when's a good time to stream. We'll see if we can't schedule a stream and do a decent one. Get 20, 30, 40 people in the stream, have a good old yarn. We can answer questions, go from there. I'll have some more news by then. Thanks heaps for watching my channel. I appreciate everyone. I appreciate everyone's input, even if it's a little bit negative sometimes. I don't let it shake me. I'm glad that we get interaction. Thanks heaps for watching, guys. Catch you in the next video.